All right, so Fizz Lee Sin here. Fizz is a really sweet kind of Delver-esque champion for my Magic players in the audience. This is a 2-1 for 1 that says whenever you cast a spell, stop all enemy skills and spells that are targeting him and give him elusive, which is similar to flying. Can only be blocked by other elusive units. He levels up when you cast 6+ spells. And his leveled mode still keeps his protection clause when you cast spells, but also says that when he strikes the opponent's nexus, he creates a chum in the waters, which makes us sharks. So once he levels up, he allows us to start closing the game out more quickly. And chum in the water notably gives your opponent's things vulnerable. So Fizz, in addition to generating pressure against other decks with things in play, he's also generating removal spells, which is really sweet. Lee Sin has a similar level up mechanic to Fizz. So Lee Sin here levels up when you've cast 7+ spells. And he also has an effect when he's in play and you cast spells. So if you cast a spell with Lee Sin out, he gains Challenger, which allows him to force something to block him. And if you cast a second spell in the same turn while he's out, he gets a barrier to prevent damage to himself. His leveled up mode, in addition to keeping those bonuses and getting a little bit bigger, he also Dragon's Rages things that he challenges. And Dragon's Rage takes the thing that you force to block him and kicks it into the opponent's nexus, which deals damage to the thing you're kicking and their nexus. And if the thing survives the damage that you kick, it bounces it back to the opponent's hand. The rest of this deck is a Bilgewater, Ionia, interactive spell decks. We've got things like Eye of the Dragon here, which makes us Dragonlings with lifelink to help keep us alive against other aggressive decks in the format. We've got things like Shadow Assassin, just good elusive units that also cantrip. We've got staples like Deny to interact with opponent's skills and spells, as well as Will of Iona to buy us time to kind of set up our threats. So like many of the things that I played, this is a viewer submission, so I haven't played any games with this yet so far. Let's go ahead and dive on into a few matches here with it and see how it goes. One of the things I enjoy most about Runeterra from a core mechanics perspective is the pacing and structure of the turns. So similar to Hearthstone, in Runeterra, players gain a mana and refill their mana every turn, but like Magic, both players are playing every single turn. You get to see your opponent's champions when you start the game, and for instance, I know Draven and Darius here with these factions is an aggressive shell, so I'm going to mulligan my cards that don't impact the board really, and look for some more cheaper threats while keeping my Will of Iona here. Now, the thing that alternates as turns go back and forth in this game is whose turn it is to attack alternates. So, I have the attack token first, so my opponent played this, but they can't attack with it this turn. One thing that I love about this game that really gives it excellent play-draw balance compared to a lot of other card games is that you'll notice, even though I didn't use my mana on the first turn, I didn't just lose it. So you have this mechanic called spell mana in the resource system of this game where up to 3 points of mana can carry over turn to turn, but you can only use that extra mana to cast spells, not units. So you see here, I can't play this 3-cost unit because this mana is only good for spells. This really helps make up for the fact that your mid-range and control decks, this really makes up for the fact that mid-range and control decks tend to not have plays early. It helps you not lose the game to getting out-tempoed by aggressive decks, like often can happen in Magic. Combat is similar to Magic in that the attacking player declares attackers and the defender declares blockers, except that blocking is 1-to-1 here. The eye over here lets me see what's going to happen if the way I've set up combat and the stack resolves. So this tells me if I block here, I'm going to end up at 16 and both of these things are going to die. This deals 2 to me in combat and this deals 2 to me when it dies. I think I'm okay with that exchange. So rather than having to guess if you're new to the game or there's a complicated board state you just need to think quickly, you can mouse over this and it'll let you know what's going to happen. we're just gonna go ahead and Shadow Assassin here. This is elusive, so it can only be blocked by opposing elusive things, so we'll get to get in here for 2. The opponent's unit here also has a version of evasion. It's fearsome, so it can only be blocked by enemies with 3 or more power.
I will play my part.
If you're hanging out for Runeterra for the first time and you want to get a feel for what the cards do, if you refresh your stream, you'll be able to have a mouse over overlay similar to what we have for Magic. Okay, so the back and forth in this game based on how you sequence your turns has a lot of play to it. So for example, because my opponent elected to play a unit here before going to combat, I get a chance to deploy things as well before they attack. Whereas if they attack first, I can't play units out. I'm going to go ahead and Concussive Palm their 4-3, which stuns it, and then makes me a 3-2, which is nice. So this stun means this can't do anything this turn. He'll attack with both of these. I think I'm going to trade my 3-2 here. This has Overwhelm, which is similar to Trample. So this is going to trample over this for 2, and this will deal 2. We're going to go to 12 here. I'm okay with that. Again, I can't use this mana, but it's going to go ahead and get banked into spell mana here. I'm going to go ahead and play Zap here, which gives me a spell mana when it comes into play and then draws a spell out of my deck. Health Potion's a great pickup here. It's going to give me some extra hit points to work with.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
It's unfortunate. So this comes into play. It deals 2 to something, and then it deals 1 to one of their things to deal 2 to me. Unfortunately, just have to let that happen. And then I'll get to bank this 1 mana into a spell mana, and then we'll replenish our mana, so I'll have 3 plus 6 for a total of 9 mana this turn. I assume they're going to open on attacks here. So that's a big boy. I think I'm going to go ahead and open on Concussive Palm again here, stunning this, and then we're going to go ahead and Will of Iona, send this back to their hand. Yeah, when this game is the most visually stunning card game I've ever played. The animations are superb. Very, very well done. Okay, I'm going to trade this here. I'm going to block here. I'm going to Will of Iona to bounce Darius. And then I'm going to end up at 6 here, I think. And again, I can kind of see what's going to happen without having to guess or think too hard about it. I think that's the play. I could block this here to save 2 points of damage, but I am going to need to find a real answer to this Darius over the course of the next few turns. It is a big boy. I'm going to open on Zap and see what they do and what we draw. There's a Draven. So this can give something Challenger, and then this can power it up. I could force a block here. That might be right. I have 2 health potions here. The problem is I don't have a good answer to this Darius next turn. So, hoping to draw a Will of Iona next turn. So So that way when they play Darius, we can bounce it back in combat. If we don't draw Will, we're probably dead. Wow, they're opening on attacks. Okay. That's like really good for us, huh? Huh? So...
No kills, no entry.
am I blocking with these and risking them killing them? I probably should.
It's too late for you.
I don't need to do this because it's burst. So the problem is, if I block and then they pass, my thing just dies. So if I block here and they do nothing, I just lose my 2/2 and then I can't return it, right? Oh wait, I could do this and set it up, right? This is fine. This works the way I want it to. Right. Okay. Yeah, because this isn't burst. I was thinking this was burst. That's fantastic. So the fact that they didn't Darius us last turn. Now we drew this.
If they don't break, they'll burn. For the glory of Noxus.
Alright, do you have another Fervor? They've got one card we don't know. Okay, let's open on attacks here so we don't die to Decimate.
Let's do this.
Really close game.
Let me show you what I can do.
That's true, actually. Yeah, it might have been right to Sonic Wave to take the Draven out. Yeah, I think you're right, Pled. That might have been a good play.
Stand aside. I've got work to do.
Do I do the retreat here? Or do I hold that for their turn? This is already triggering. I think I hold this for their turn so I can run the block bounce with the Shadow Assassin. I'm gonna will this inside of combat. I think I just end the round here and lose 4 mana. We bank 3 of it. So, I get to go Sonic Wave, which gives me this to give this extra attack. I get to will this, retreat this, and I'm going to end up at 6 here when all's said and done. And you can see the eye even tells me, like, this is coming back to my hand, and I'm going to end up with the other spell from this. That seems like a good exchange for us. They do have these axes here, plus 2 other blank cards. They could have, like, burn spells to maybe kill us in response here.
Now we're cooking.
They have a spell here, so what does this spell do? Okay, and I left myself exposed to this. We're gonna die exactly now. I guess I was gonna die to them having a removal spell here regardless, right? Man, that was close. Yeah, I was expecting to be further behind than we were that game. The fact that they were a little bit conservative with their Darius gave us a little bit of breathing room. But almost gave us enough to get back into the game. I could have also, had I been more aggressive with the Challenger card and gaining life the previous turn, I think we actually win there if I would have Challengered their Draven and given my lifelink +2 the previous turn, right? That's definitely one of the biggest selling points for me personally for this game is Runeterra definitely feels like it has the highest level of in-game player agency of any card game I've ever played. Just the number of micro decisions you get to make game to game is incredibly high. I could have killed something. I don't know if it's necessarily Draven, but killing something and gaining 2 would have left us in a much better spot. I'm going to start by attacking here.
Don't get in my way. I've always got your back.
Don't worry about me.
It's a lot of damages, chat.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Bring in the heat.
I'm gonna chump block the 4-2 here. It says quick attack, so it doesn't take damage, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm going to Ye Be Warned the Lucian here, I think. And I'm sequencing this way because Zap gives me a spell mana because it attunes. So by spending a spell mana before I play this, I get to net 1, which is nice. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and trade Zap for this. poor Fizz. He's so upset, chat. I think I'm gonna health potion here to go back to 20, so that way I trigger this for next turn, and it makes the deep meditation cheaper, so it seems like a win-win.
Be strong. These are dark times.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
It says Challenger, so I can force this to block, which is annoying. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Slippery Wave Rider here and just end up taking a hit this turn, most likely. This is a big boy. 4/4 elusive is no joke.
Scouting ahead.
Wow, that's strong. Okay, so this is gonna trade here now. I think, so these have a mechanic called Scout, so my opponent actually gets to attack a second time this turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this hit for 5 here, because this has double attack. So I want to save my 2/1 chump blocker for blocking their double attacker here.
Go
fall in vain.
This thing's making their stuff bigger every turn. 2 Will of Iona. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't attack with Quinn either, but I'll take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Chip. Excuse me, enemies with 4 power or less cannot damage me. Okay. I'd ask where the beef was, but our opponent clearly figured it out. Summon a Valor. Yep. Patreon, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Is that to buy a Teferi Destroy? $50, so you have to rip a Teferi up on camera at the next open. In.
Still heart, steady aim.
Okay, so I have 9 total mana here. This costs 5. I think I'm just chumping and then planning to double Will next turn, or on their next attack here.
You're boring.
Oh, Quinn's about to level. Gross. I can't do anything about that though, right? Yeah, I think we're dead. I mean, even if I will her now, she still levels, right? Oh, it doesn't count as attacking. It doesn't count as attacking until she's actually attacked. Okay. It gives them another Valor. Like, we're still in a bad spot here, though. Like, they get to replay her and, like, summon a Valor. What? Sure, we take those, I guess. I'm Fizz. Oh, she wasn't gonna level until the next attack. Okay, got it.
Purity and peace.
Scott Overwhelm. You can always see my current rank by typing !rank in chat. Can we just do this and go to 6? I guess I wanted to get the House Spider down this turn so the Dawn Speakers could start powering them up.
Sentinels of light.
I have 6 elusive damage here. It says 7, 8, 9, 10. We're 2 points short. We're 1 point short because Fizz levels up. We're so close, chat. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's start with this and see what we get, I guess. Hey, blow me out. I didn't attack with this because if this isn't lethal, we're dead. Nailed it. That was fantastic. Listen, chat. We couldn't beat a stiff breeze, okay? Don't play around things you can't beat. Don't play around things you can't beat. This Legends of Runeterra bingo really makes it abundantly clear, painfully abundantly clear, how much not a video game Magic Arena really is. Like, the fact that, like, things like Craterhoof Behemoth can't even bother to have animations on Magic Arena, like, and then you compare it to, like, what Runeterra does, it's just absurd. And, like, Runeterra runs better on my cell phone than Magic Arena runs on my gaming PC. Just for, like, a sake of comparison and how efficient the software is. Now, why would the incredibly difficult to get Mythic Rare have an animation? I'm actually going to offer this trade here because they're an aggro deck and I just want to trade early and often, I think. They attack with this. We're going to trade again here. Just trading early and often again. Yeah, I agree, Card Don't Shoot. I really, really love the core of this game. Both the gameplay mechanics and the client itself. Very, very well done overall.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
I mean, Runeterra is not even just free-to-play friendly. It's like, also has the best pay-to-play economy of any game out there. I think I'm going to recall retreat this because it means that this will get to put a Dragonling into play next turn to block this, and it puts this into play this turn because it's my second spell.
Let your instincts speak.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Sweet. Also, super paid off because we get Deep Meditation here.
Imagination is not experience.
And instinct is no substitute for planning.
Fortune favors the bold.
Misfortune's really good here. Makes this not a particularly good blocker. Surprised they are attacking with her into my Claws of the Dragon. Feel like that's a mistake. Yeah, they conclude the same.
Spring does not pity winter.
This is going away anyways, so might as well throw it away for 3 points of life. Hey, Card Don't Shoot. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia.
Spring comes.
Yeah, Logan. I really feel like Wizards dropped the ball hard on what they did with Arena. Like, the application had so much potential, and then they let it accrue endless amounts of technical debt so quickly. Like,
Keep up.
so do I Sonic Wave plus do this? I think I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and Sonic Wave here, and then give it Resonating Strike, and then hook Misfortune. Maybe I'm supposed to trade an Eye of the Dragon here rather than my elusive.
I have my orders.
But like that also makes these make Dragonlings this turn, which is huge. So like they don't have good attacks aside from Zap, which is great. This will probably be a turn where we play Lee Sin. Then we can get him set up to challenge things next turn.
Through the coral.
Do I want to play Lee Sin here? Or would I rather play my elusive and bank spell mana and then play this to start next turn? Maybe that's better. I think I like that better, actually.
There's plenty of killing left.
Yep.
For the Empire. For the glory of Noxus.
So these will go away at end of turn because they're ephemeral. So we'll get to Lee Sin here. And then he gains Challenger when we cast a spell. So we'll go Health Potion, Heal to 16.
I can do.
Which gives this elusive and this Challenger. Fizz levels up here. Hook their only elusive blocker. Knock them to 15, get a chum in the waters. Noxin for Berserk. 13. We're one spell away from leveling Lee Sin here. Is their last card in hand? Decimate. Okay, going to 9. The game's not completely over, but I feel like we're in a really good spot. Really surprised they're opening attacks too. I guess that makes sense. Think you can manage another Runeterra deck today? I'd love to see Brahmanivia control, but I also want to see Easy Karma and won't be around for... Yeah, I could squeeze another one in for you, Bob. How are we blocking here? So this is a free block. This eats this. This trades here. Do I want to give up Fizz?
No fear.
I feel like I'm supposed to.
The dragon binds us.
This leaves me at 8. I just want to keep my health total as high as possible against their deck with burn in it.
Damn it.
Look what you.
This gives us an extra spell to cast this turn, which is sweet. So we'll get to go ahead. Oh, if I chum... Oh, actually, this is great. So I get to need some Easy Karma in our lives. Sounds good, Bob. So if I chum here, and then I can use this to recall this, then... I didn't have this spell when Fizz died in combat.
I'll see this through.
I generated this off of this, which I played.
The dragon spirit awakens.
Then I've only played one spell. We'll go ahead and recall this.
Conflict is all in the mind.
And now we've cast 2 spells here. So we get to get these. And I think we just start by opening on attacks, huh?
My lands need me.
We'll end up at 10 here.
Ends here.
Nice.
Ionia endures.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if they end up buffing anything in the patch. Like nerfs are of interest too, but I really like the idea that they make cards that are a little bit on the weaker side better, in addition to scaling down things that are a little bit too good. The fact that they have both of those tools at their disposal is so fantastic. Yeah, and actually, there is a Jinx deck in my deck queue. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, I feel bad, chat. I don't know if my webcam reaches that I can show you. Do you think this little guy can wait a couple hours? So, I don't know if you can see it, really, but I really need to put... I need to put caps on top of... There's an egress window here, and it looks like a small rabbit has fallen into it. I need to climb down in there and fish him out. Who are we playing against? Sajani Ash. It's got plans to eat. It's probably going to be okay if I wait till tonight to do it. It had been a low priority to get caps on there, obviously. It hadn't occurred to me. Hadn't occurred to me that animals falling down in it could be a concern. Should probably do that. Declan take care of it, yeah. I'm on attacks. This is a pretty free attack. He might just jump out. No, it is a... Like, for people that aren't familiar with how basements work, that is an egress window in case of fire in my house. So, like, it is deep. Like, I need a ladder to climb up out of it. I am currently in a basement, and the basement has 9-foot ceilings to give you a good perspective of how far down into the ground we are. So it's definitely not about to jump out. Literal basement dweller. Yep. I think we're just willing this back to their hand, probably, right? It's definitely trying to jump out. Bring your holy hand grenade just in case. What is that out here? See what he gets us. I need a street pet slash basket. You really don't want to bring random rabbits in from the outside, generally speaking. I'm gonna throw some gloves on when I go out and get it in a couple hours. It'll be fine in the meantime. It's got plants and grass. And part of the upside to not having a cap over it is or downside, I suppose, generally, is I have to go in there and pull weeds and grass out on occasion. So it ain't about to go hungry. That is a big one. Huh? I think we're just doing this and probably doing the block retreat response here. You see that the Florida's teacher union has filed a lawsuit over schools reopening. Good. Hopefully we see more of that. They're trying to get these people killed. If my job was trying to get me killed, I would try to petition everybody in my power to convince them not to.
Why are you here?
Yeah, Ash to Johnny here.
Silent as death.
Obviously, the best thing you could do at this point is point your webcam at the window and live stream the rabbit rescue. Yeah, we really need to get caps. I hadn't even thought about things like that, but there's definitely a baby bunny in there.
Food.
Yeah, I was gonna, yeah. Chat was like, "Kitty, wait." I was like, "Well, he's not about to starve, so."
That owl's really tall.
It is really tall, yeah. Yeah, we need to get caps. Bunnies are cute, yes.
Can I bring the boys? Come here.
Here, let me take her. Hello, little mess. Your mommy's showing your butters to baby bunny. Whale poop. I think we're dead. I think you're cuter than a baby bunny. It's close to baby bunny. Pretty cute.
It's a baby bunny.
To learn about wild animals. Are you a wild animal, Miss Hey Hey? No. So you're a person?
It's got like something on it.
Hanging out of its mouth? Like some kind of tag or something? I thought I saw like there was something by its mouth.
Like a tumor. It's got like 5 of them on it. Come here. Look, there's a little baby bunny.
Noxious Frigilord Ash.
Oh, it's trying to jump out. Can't.
It's not going to be able to jump up. It's going to try though.
God.
I think we're full mulliganing here looking for cheaper things. Declan got a lot smaller. See, I'm not Declan, I'm Haley. Whoop! Careful with your head. Easy open on text here before they can deploy some stuff. We haven't really left our house since March, chat. The rabbit in the egress window might be one of the more exciting things we have to experience in a while. If we're being honest.
He wants to get out.
Do I just burn my mana this turn? I could like retreat this, but then they're gonna get to do this next turn. I think we're gonna pass. Oh, that's true. Baby girl, you were in the last 3 months, weren't you? It feels like a year since you got here.
Lord, you're mine.
Bunny
Okay, this works out real well.
He fell in there, yeah.
What happened? Hurt?
Probably, it's kind of... Did you just look over, or did you hear it fall in?
I heard it jumping up on the screen.
Is that what happened?
Bunny's a grifter trying to take advantage of your Wi-Fi. You think that's true, baby girl? Think the bunny wants the Wi-Fi? What do you think?
Oh yeah, that thing probably really blocks Jake's high-pitched voice.
Go with the flow.
Your children howling hilarious through the sound thing. Yeah, I bet.
I will unite the Freljord.
You are super awake and precious, aren't you? Ash is quite annoying here. We have Concussive Palm at least to stun this after they attack and hook next turn. You're adorable. You are still more adorable than the bunny, I promise.
Only the finest serve.
Should I, like, post on Facebook or Nextdoor and see if somebody can come rescue it? I don't want to touch it.
I'll put some gloves on and go down in there after I'm done streaming. Only
Do you want to kick it through the house? I think it has a disease.
I'm gonna pick it up and put it back out. The top, yeah.
I think it has a disease, though.
Job. Buddy.
I think I'm just stunning the challenger here before they attack. So this way, because like that's gonna hook my thing. So like now if they attack, Ash always frostbites the strongest thing, so they'll frostbite my 4/3, and then my 3/2 can block Ash here. If they have Elixir, I get in a little bit of trouble, but I think that's still a good exchange for us overall. We won't be taking 5, we'll take 4, and we're still kind of winning this race. This is permanently bigger, which is nice. Wow, just no attacks. Deal. Love it. Okay, so let's Slippery Wave Rider to start here. And then I think we're going to go ahead and give this Challenger in a really good position to race here.
He can't jump high enough to get out.
If you're really a person of the cornfields, you wouldn't be discussing how to get it out, but what sauce goes best with salted rabbit?
Thanks for the salt.
Do this.
I need to go upstairs. Give me a second. Jacob, come on, we gotta go do your call. Oh, can you get her?
The bunny's eating the leaves. Gotta pull the wheat out again when he goes down there to get the bunny.
Come on, guys. Jacob, there's the...
So that getting frostbitten is kind of expected. We're not too far behind on board here. Although I suppose this hooking something's still going to be kind of annoying next turn. Really hoping to draw another will or a stun here. Okay, that's reasonable, especially with this. So whatever they hook here, we'll be able to retreat it back to our hand.
These stories were true.
Did I just drop Lee Sin into play as a 6/3 here? I guess if I do that, I can't retreat and return. Maybe I just zap.
Like a fish in water.
See what we grab? Yeah, I mean, that's nice. Ash is not quite ready to level.
I'll cut them apart. My aim is true.
Yep. We're getting 20'd here? I think we're dead. Yeah, brutal. So, Ash's leveled mode here says enemies with 0 power can't block, which now all my things have 0 power. Yeah, retreat's fast though. So, if I retreat, it doesn't do anything. Close. As someone who often deals with rabbits, while you should always wear gloves for this, I would not worry about having a disease. Okay. It does look like it has some kind of like little growth things on it. It could just be part of the fur though too. Didn't really look super close at it. Burrs caught in the fur, very common. Okay, yeah, that would make sense too if it's just like a plant. Where's a rabbit? A rabbit has fallen down the egress window next to my basement bedroom. Burrs or poop. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Actually, I think I'm keeping all of these, huh? Retreat return with this is good, and then this enables this, and Will's just a good card. Oh, Bromporos. They're so cute.
Now, where did that one run off to? Trust me, they add up.
You used to put a flat board in your windows so animals could climb out. Yeah, that won't quite work. I need to just go buy a cap for the window. It's like a solid, 7-foot drop from the top. Just gonna go ahead and rotate through these here. So this is cheaper next turn.
Dark beckons.
I should throw a blanket over it to catch it. Ooh, that's a good idea. Chat is now doctor, lawyer, astronaut, rabbit wrangler. I'd prefer not to, like, grab it with my hands directly. I really don't want it to. I'd prefer it to not bite me. Tossing a blanket over it and traumatizing it for half a second sounds probably the most humane way to do it.
Cannot hide.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in my hand. If I played this, I stay at 8. This would put me down to 7 up to 9.
You believe he once fit in my hand?
If you cover the eyes, it's actually less traumatizing.
Oh, fluff everywhere.
Fluff everywhere. Will the Bunny Rescue VOD go up tomorrow on YouTube? I don't know that I have the cord length to get over to there.
We'll find you some friends. Where they go off to?
I think we have to play defense with these at this point, and by that I mean they're about to play another Poro stack and put me in the ground.
Why are you here?
Well, at least we can trade there. Feeling kind of good, chat. play this and pass banking spell mana for next turn. So this is a thing that I really like doing. My opponent passed there, assuming I was going to attack them, but instead of attacking, I just elected to skip my combat and end the turn, which basically said, hey, you don't get to play cards this turn. So my opponent was assuming that I was going to make an attack, and then they would get to play more cards post-attack, and then I just decided, nah, brah, we're not attacking.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
Lee Sin's going to level up here shortly. I can give this a barrier this turn and level it up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and retreat this. Nah, that can't be right, right? I probably need to will the 5/5. Is that better? I could get this a barrier, or I could retreat the 5/5.
Patience is underrated.
I could also do this twice to make this 4 attack and block here. And then I take 10 total. They could have a combat trick, though. Just gonna go ahead and pass.
Trust me, they add up.
You cannot escape.
Their heartbeats quicken.
I guess I'm dead to a pump spell no matter how I do it, huh? Because this still is putting me to 3. Unless I, like, block the Garen. But he's regenerating, so it's not a good block. Oh gosh, and now Garen's gonna level. So we're killing Lee Sin, and Garen's leveling. Round start, really? Alright, so we're super dead. I think I'm gonna be done with this one. Feels pretty clunky overall. I don't really know that the deck had a lot of tricks in it. But a lot of its spells weren't really playing to the board. I think I definitely prefer Fizz in the Piltover pair, where you can pair him with more direct damage. Yeah, this was Percy's list. The Lee Sin and Fizz, while they have a similar level up condition, they don't really operate on the same game plan, right? Like, Lee Sin kind of feels like a control finisher, whereas Fizz feels more like a tempo aggressive champion, right? Definitely feels to me like their deck's kind of pulling in 2 different directions, even if this has the same level up mechanic as Fizz does. Alright, don't go anywhere. Bob made a big donation, so we've got not 1, but 2 more Runeterra decks coming up yet still today. We are going to kick the tires on some Braum Anivia Control, and then after that, we're going to play some more Easy Karma Control. So be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.